everyone, and welcome back to Good Elections. And today we're going to be talking about who the Republicans will most likely be running in 2024. So, as you can see here, there is a list of candidates. We have Donald Trump, Ron DeSantis, Nikki Haley, Mike Pence, Ted Cruz, Tom Cotton, Dan Crenshaw, Josh Hawley, Mike Pompeo, Paul Ryan, Tim Scott, Donald Trump Jr., Rudy Giuliani, Ivanka Trump, and Rand Paul. So a very expansive list of 15 candidates. And of course, not all of them can win the nomination from the Republicans. So I will go through and tell you which ones I think could have a chance of winning that. So we'll start with the top candidates, the top 5 candidates. That's Donald Trump, Ron DeSantis, Nikki Haley, Mike Pence, and Ted Cruz. So Donald Trump, of course, he's the former president. I don't think he can get the nomination again. I'm pretty sure he's not going to run. But if he does run, I think he might have a chance of getting the nomination. Then we have Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida. He has a pretty good shot at getting the nomination. I think he's a very strong candidate for the Republicans to nominate. And if he does get nominated, he probably will become president. We have Nikki Haley, former governor of South Carolina. She is also a pretty strong candidate, but she may not appeal to people in swing states like Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania. And I do not think she's like a good shot of winning the primaries and becoming the Republican nomination. But I do not think she can consistently beat Democratic candidates if we name some. There are some she could beat, but there are some that she cannot beat. We have Mike Pence, former vice president. Even though it says he's one of the top candidates, there's a low chance that he gets chosen as their nomination just because Trump and Pence, at the end of Trump's presidency, they kind of had a falling out, and Trump was telling people to kill Pence. So I don't think Pence will be chosen as the Republican nominee. And then we have Ted Cruz, and he could beat some people, but I'm pretty sure he's not going to be able to beat some people. And, he'll probably beat like 60% of Democratic candidates, but there's still that 40%. And I don't think Ted Cruz is likely to get the nomination. And then we'll go down here and look at the lower scale candidates that most likely aren't going to get the nomination. So we have Tom Cotton, the senator. I don't really think he's going to get the nomination. He's not really that popular with Republicans and also with really the U.S. And even if he does get the nomination, he's probably not going to win the presidency. And we have Dan Crenshaw. I forget what he does, but I don't think he will win anyways, even though I forget who he is. Just because, he's in this column next to, Rudy Giuliani. So I don't really think he will win the nomination. We have Josh Hawley, the senator. I don't think he'll win. It's like the same conversation as Tom Cotton. He's not that popular, and he probably will not win the nomination or the presidency. We have Mike Pompeo, the former, I believe he was the former Secretary of State, correct me if I'm wrong, and he will probably not get the nomination. Trump doesn't really like him, so I don't think he'll get the nomination. Paul Ryan, former Speaker of the House, he actually has the highest chance, I think, out of these 10 people to get the nomination. He actually was Mitt Romney's vice president in 2012, and I think he has a pretty high chance. He's kind of popular, and he will win he will have a lot of Rust Belt appeal since he's from Wisconsin. We have Tim Scott, the senator. I don't really think he'll do well either. Donald Trump Jr., he's probably not going to do well. Rudy Giuliani, I don't really know who to vote for Rudy Giuliani, but he's for sure not going to win the nomination. And if some miracle happens that he wins the nomination, he's for sure not going to win the presidency. Here's Ivanka Trump. Trump's daughter. She's probably the second most likely to get the nomination out of these 10 people behind Paul Ryan. And I think she is a pretty strong candidate for the Republicans to elect. And then we also have Ron Paul, the senator, excuse me, who will most likely not get the nomination, but he is probably the third best on this list. So comment down below and tell me which candidate do you think is most likely on this list to win the nomination? And also tell me which candidate is least likely to win the nomination. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.